I'm no expert, and that's hard.
True. That's very true.
It's hard for a lot of people to believe. But I hear that there is more than one way to cook a vegetable.
Truth. The creator of the food and lifestyle blog, So Happy You Liked It, Jamie Price, recently launched her So Happy in the Kitchen series. And this is dedicated to giving you tools and tips to help you enjoy cooking. This month, she is focusing on all things vegetables, from prepping to steaming, sauteing, boiling, and blanching. I'm glad she's here to break it down. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, everyone.
We say it in unison.
My goodness, yes, welcome. Okay, so let's break this down, because these are, what you're doing is you're hammering like home foundational techniques and skills that you can have in the kitchen that once that's second nature to you, you can really elevate the way that you're putting meals together.
Yes.
Let's start with the ancient art of steaming vegetables 101.
Steaming vegetables. So it's a very simple process that I think a lot of people tend to overlook. So I'm going to show you guys a hack in case you don't have maybe like a steamer or an insert basket like this that goes right in the pot.
Sure.
I'm going to show you a hack so you can do steaming anytime you want.
Oh, this is great. What do you do?
Using a few things that I would argue most people have on hand, right? A plate that will easily fit inside your pan of simmering water, and then a few sheets of a little thing called tin foil, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna take 3 balls, crumbled up balls of tin foil, and put it right into your pan.
And the water's already in there?
Water's already in there. I have it simmering. Now, ideally, I would have put the tin foil and the plate into the pot with the water already, but I wanted to show you guys the process.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one other thing that I think a lot of people do not do when they steam is season their cooking liquid.
Oh, I never do that.
Yes, so you can easily use water, you could use chicken stock, you could use a splash of vinegar or wine. But what I love to do is add citrus and garlic. So I have I have 2 cloves of chopped up garlic, sliced up garlic rather, that I'm just going to put right in the pot.
I never do this, and I steam broccoli probably 2 nights a week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta try this, Elizabeth. And then you put this plate right in onto, and again, this might be a little hot, but I don't have any feeling in my fingertips anymore.
Watch your paws.
I feel like this plate is gonna shatter.
No.
Okay.
Nope, I promise you.
All right.
And then I'm gonna do some broccoli today, so I'm just gonna get this on top of the plate.
And you're showing us this hack if you don't have a steamer.
If you don't have a steamer, you could easily use a steamer basket, or
I mean, I got one of those collapsible ones from that OXO brand or whatever, and it really, I use it so many times because it can fit into multiple sizes of pans.
Right, they kind of like collapse up the side. Those are super convenient. So absolutely, by all means, use those. Make sure you season your liquid. But try this hack if you don't have a steamer and you want to try out the method. So I just cranked up the heat. So now we're going to let that steam until it gets nice and bright, tender. Broccoli, typically, it depends on your preferred doneness, right?
How you don't want to overdo it, I think. I mean, once it gets to mush, it's a very dark time.
I can like some more mush than you can. I'm sure you like a lot of crunch. I like a soft carrot too. Sue me, Susie. Now, I bet are some people who are saying, why wouldn't it be done quicker if I just took the broccoli and put it in directly to that simmering water? What's the difference there?
What a lovely segue, Steve.
Oh, well, thank you.
We're going to be talking about blanching next. So blanching is there's 2 different cooking methods that we're going to talk about where you put what you're cooking directly into the water. So the first one is blanching. So I have a pot of water right here that I have lightly simmering, and I'm going to be putting the vegetables directly into it. So like your buddy Paul Folger said, very amply season your water. You want to make sure that you have a lot of flavor. That's where your blanching is truly about just getting enough of a cook on things to get it just nice and light and tender. So you're not completely cooking it. This is not going to be, so we're cooking asparagus today, this is not going to be a mushy asparagus,
so
right?
So this is like a par cook kind of a method.
Yes.
And then is the idea that generally when you blanch something, you're adding it to something else later on? You're not just eating it straight out of the blanch.
Exactly, yeah. So for my So Happy in the Kitchen series, I break down a number of different cooking methods. And blanching is one of them, and then I'll offer some ideas for different recipes that you can try. I have an asparagus and strawberry farro salad that is out of this world. It's so good.
So good.
So that's this is the method that I love doing that for.
Oh, smart.
So after you blanch for just a couple minutes, like I said, or until it'll get nice and bright and green, you'll transfer this to a pot, or a bowl rather, of ice water right here that I already have prepared.
Stop that cooking.
Yes, stop the cooking. You don't want to turn to mush. Yes. So we're gonna get these both might need a little bit extra time, so I'm gonna give them just a little nap. They're gonna simmer over here. And then I figured we could talk a little bit about, what did we talk about? Stir frying? Stir frying and sauteing.
Yeah, we have the difference between those. Now, Elizabeth has long struggled with the stir fry. It's been a bit of a tough spot for her.
Stir fry and smoothies are my weak points, Jamie.
What?
It's
Tell me
very
more.
sad. I have a real hard time. It always turns out bad. The texture gets bad, and I think I overcomplicate it by trying to add too much stuff to both of those things.
Yes, okay, so, well, let's talk about smoothies on another day.
Okay.
But as far as stir frying goes, so between stir frying and sauteing, they are different, right? So stir frying technically means a very, very high temp, and you're constantly moving things. Think about like a stir fry that you would see in a wok, right? Woks are a very traditional. They're constantly moving it. And even at home, if you have a giant pan, just continue to move that around, and it's fast. So it's high heat and fast.
Okay.
While sauteing is more, it's a little bit slower. You're kind of gently coaxing out the flavor, and really letting it sweat out. So as far as stir frying goes, I think you probably hit the nail on the head. You're probably adding a little too many vegetables to the pan.
Too much stuff.
And another thing, not to overcomplicate it, but once you do master some of these methods, you could easily blanch some of the vegetables. So let's say you were doing pea pods, broccoli, asparagus, but the broccoli was going to take a little bit extra time. You could always blanch that first and then add it to your stir fry.
And then add it to the stir fry. Jamie, this is really good stuff.
Jamie.
So Jamie's ideas are all on TwinCitiesLive.com, and Jamie is going to be back with us on Twin Cities Live at 4 to make a soup for us,
with
incorporating
sourdough
these methods.
croutons too.
Bring
Can you
it
even stand
on,
that?
lady.
All righty, still